Okay, welcome back, folks. This is part 3 of 24/7 Electric LLC, Piscataway, New Jersey, three-way switch repair. Okay, see, a lot of times, as I mentioned earlier, what happens is people start to work on circuits and they pull out a three-way switch and they inadvertently put in a normal switch and do not realize and turn it on, and it's not working again, and oh no, now I forget how everything was wired. Okay, well, if you forget how everything is wired, I'm going to show you sort of how to get a general knowledge on what wires are what and help you troubleshoot to get it back to original state. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is, while you're looking at it, okay, while you're looking at the boxes, yours might not be so nice where you have a red wire. They might have used a white. They might have taped it all up black. It could be any color, okay? It really doesn't matter, all right? And the first thing you're going to want to do with human nature is to panic. But just remain calm. It's really pretty simple to figure it out, okay? What you want to try to do is look deep into the box, and you want to try to separate the wires, okay? You want to put one set of wires together like this, and then the other set of wires together like that, okay? And go to the other switch and do the same thing. Try to separate the wires, okay? So that, you know, one set is on one side and the other set is on the other, okay? Then the next thing that you want to try to do is, again, you want to try to break out your multimeter, and you can get them cheap. You don't have to have a fluke. It's really nothing. Nothing that fancy, it's just a simple ohms tester, okay? And what we want to do is we want to find the traveler pair, okay? So we want to take and we want to find two like pairs, okay? So I understand that these are red and black, but pretend that these are both black, okay? All these wires in here are black. We don't know what is what. So you want to take two wires, obviously with the power off, okay? And you want to twist together the two wires, okay? Use a wire nut, however you want to do it. They just have to touch. Doesn't have to be anything simple, okay? Now you're going to go to the other end, and you're going to find out which two wires are like, okay? So you're going to go through it. So first you're going to go, okay, I don't hear anything. You're going to go to the next set of wires. I don't hear anything. And you go to the other set. Oh, okay, we have a pair. So now we know that right there we have a pair. But just for giggles, we'll make sure that there is no other pair, or that something, that they're not touching, or make sure that indeed is the pair. So you can take and just go through the different sets of wires. Obviously, you don't need to do the ground because the ground's not coated, so you'll be able to see that. But just go through the different wires. And once you get that pair, just, bring them over and sort of twist them together, okay? Because those are now our travelers, okay? Now, the next thing that you want to do is, in the box that you've now just twisted together, this box right here, okay, you want to find which wire is the power, okay? So you're going to lift these up, make sure that they're not touching anything, and on the other end, same thing. Make sure that they're not, they're not touching each other or anything like that. Okay. And you want to go and turn the power back on. And when you turn the power back on, okay, your next thing is you're going to try to find which switch box has the power in it. Okay. And you can do that by using the ground and finding out which wire is hot. So in our case, this is just a black and a white. It's pretty easy to identify. Hopefully they didn't wire the hot to the white, but it's pretty easy to figure that out. That will show you should get 120 volts from that wire to the ground, and that way you know that is your input from the circuit breaker. Okay, that's your hot. Okay, so this black wire is essentially your common wire, which is the black screw. Okay, so you're going to put that down like that. So now you've just identified the common, okay, and you've identified the two travelers. This switch can be rewired and safely put back together. Okay, obviously turn the power off again, but you get the idea of, you know, we deciphered which are the travelers and which the common. Now you may also run into, when you're trying to check if there's 120 volts here, you may find that, oh, there's nothing in here. There is no hot. Okay, so that means you got to go to the other switch box, and that means that the hot is in here. Okay, so you want to do the same thing. See if you get 120 volts at this end. If you get 120 volts at this end, okay, great. Shut the power off. Pull this box down, and you know that this is the hot, and again, this is the travelers. Okay, so this goes to the common screw of the switch, and these are the two travelers. So now you can wire this switch, whatever end is the hot end, you can wire that switch together, you know, using the common, the black screw, and the two travelers that we twisted together here on the top gold screws. Okay, and then once you get to the other side, you can do the same thing. Here's the travelers. Those are going to go to the two gold screws at the top, and the other black is going to go to the black screw on the three-way. And that right there will help you identify the wires and help you troubleshoot, because certain boxes might have 10 or 12 sets of wires in there for, you know, it might be a 4-gang box where there's other devices in there, you got wires going all over the place. Definitely it's commonly done where, you know, there's not a multi-wire in there, there's, you know, all different kinds of wires. So definitely it'll help you decipher. All you're really doing is just a continuity check, and that'll help you figure that out. So hopefully you can figure that out pretty easy, and hopefully this tutorial was useful for you. Again, this was 24/7 Electric LLC out of Piscataway, New Jersey. Thank you.